Asha fellow Zambians, it's now going on 56 years since since Zambia got independence, and Zambia was on the rise since 1964, was on the rise in terms of development. Now Zambia started to take a serious turn in 1980. Zambian citizens, my fellow citizens, it's time to take control of a country back. It's time to take control back. And I have only a few words for you today. It's time to take control of your country back. Means you have to take control of our politics. We have to buy shares in our government. And I'm talking about huge shares. Since there is 18 million of us, that means we have to be the biggest shareholder in our government. And how do we get shares in the government, in our government? You will buy shares in the party that we are interested in, the party that has the most appealing manifesto, the party that we want to put in power. We have to buy shares into it. Because if we don't buy a share in that party, others are going to buy shares in that party. We must be the major shareholder in that party, if not the only shareholder. Listen to me very carefully. We've lost control of a country. We will always complain that we put a party in power, and we always come to complain to achula fwebantu. Mwebantu government yatuchushe. We've been doing that since 1991, 96. Every one of these guys that you see up here, you've had complaints. We've had complaints about all of these guys. The person you have had least complaints about is that man over there. That man over there. You listed you had least complaints about him, Kaunda. Why? Because you didn't have to buy shares when he took over government. When he took government, he was named president of Zambia. He did not have to campaign. He was named as president of Zambia in the original version of the current constitution, which was drafted by the British. It was the provisional document to set Zambia off on its own, so that Zambia can have a chance to sit down in a constituent assembly, a representative assembly of all people from all walks of life, chiefdoms, especially the chiefdoms, because they comprise the country. Chiefdoms from all over the country, representatives to come together and craft our own constitution, which would set the destiny of our country, going. We never got to do that. As a result, we are here today. And we have a mess because of this multi-party system that we have no idea how to control. And each one of us citizens sit back and watch. We want to sit down. We want to sit back and watch those who are aspiring to be president sweat it alone, spend their own money. You don't even know where they get the money from. You want them to fight and fight and fight and spend all the millions upon millions of money in order to win an election for you. Why you sit back? Where do you think they're getting their money from? If you want them to win so bad, if you want them to mobilize a countrywide structure, a countrywide party structure, where do you think they get the money from? Where do you think they are supposed to be getting money from? They are supposed to be getting money from you. From you. If you donate to this party, if these parties start fundraising among you, the citizens, I'm sure they've tried it before, but you citizens do not want to give anything to anybody, to any party, any politician, because you think they owe you. You think they should adopt your child and send him to university. You think they should come and build a school in your home area so that you can owe them you can owe them your vote. You think they should, maintain a certain road, make a road in your area or something. You think they should adopt a hospital somewhere. You think they should create jobs. Now, you are expecting too much and doing nothing yourself. And I'm not saying you as a citizen should be doing all those things. No, I'm telling you about investing, buying shares in your government. Because that is the only thing that is going to turn this country around. Zambia will not go anywhere. We are not going to have any power as a people as long as we never invest. We never invest, or we do not buy stake in the government. We don't buy stake in the government. As long as you have not donated a single one way to a party and is spending millions and millions and millions around the country, we're very excited. To allow winner. Go UPND, go UPF, go to... No. Do you think they're doing that for free? They're not doing it for free. There are people buying stakes in that party, especially when they get to a point where they see a finish line, Fikabola lifya ibire ndalama kale muzambi ifya tuira kale ndalama. Fima politicians ifya kale. Firesa. Fya ingishe ndalama mune party ya mule lumba. Fya ingishe ndalama mule mune 2 million, 3 million. They are buying stakes in that party. Am I investors? They buy stakes in there. Mining companies, they buy stakes. Foreign entities. All manner of foreign entities. They buy stakes. What does it do to the party? Yeah, party amrefe bwino kwate manifesto wino for the people. The party started with the spirit of serving the people of Zambia. Once the party promises to be gaining momentum and getting closer to assuming government, these interests come in and start buying stakes. And the party at that point is desperate to get into power. So they accept because you won't give them any money. So what I'm saying today is very simple. Very simple, guys. If we want to take back our country, if we want to take back Zambia, there are only two options right now. It's either you make up your mind and forget about these parties that have been mushrooming over time and time. That over time, gather too many shady characters. Or you can say, I am a party Zambia. What are they about? What are these parties about? You know what? Those are the parties that have not been corrupted yet. They have not been, no one has bought any shares in those parties. That is, if you don't want to give any money. Look at those other parties that you are ignoring. Which one of those has the best vision for Zambia? Then you can all say, geez, let's surprise this entity that wants to take over our lives. Then you vote for that party. Because right now, for example, the UPND is not for you. It's been bought. It's already under capture. Because why? Why do I say this? Well, how do you know, you ask? How do you know? Well, because it is all over Zambia. It has massive operations on the ground. Where do you think all that money is coming from? Do you think they do it for free? Seriously, guys? You think they do it for free? And who is pouring money into that party to get it to this point where it's on the verge of assuming government? It's these interests. Individuals have come in there with millions stolen from the past, put money in there, and they accept. Said, we can't afford to lose again. This is the 7th time. Please, we can't afford to lose again. So whoever comes with the 10 million, even $10 million, $5 million, bring. We have to win. I'm a party members, but party, but they sweep them to the side. They sweep them to the side, guys. They sweep them to the side. But inside you go. But the party gets captured. The party gets captured. Or because if they come to you to contribute to Zambians, you won't even give you 1 kwacha. If you contribute 1 kwacha, no matter Zambia, contribute 1 kwacha per month, only 1 kwacha per month to a party to support. If you support that party, contribute 1 kwacha. If you look at their vision and say, wow, these people can change our country, seriously change our country, you must buy a stake in that party. You must be a stakeholder in that party. If you never put even a 1 kwacha muli party there, you are never going to be a stakeholder. You are not a stakeholder. The stakeholders are the ones that are going to control the politics because they shift the focus of that party. It's no longer about you. It's about them, the people that own stake, the stakeholders. These may be foreigners and these may be individuals inside among our own citizens who brought in money, who have stolen before through privatization, through corruption, corrupt deals and all that stuff. They buy stakes. They are the stakeholders. And you know, anywhere where you have stakeholders are the ones who control the things. Whatever the company, if it's a company, whatever the company is doing, it has to make the stakeholders happy. If the stakeholders are not happy, bad things begin to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Stakeholders have the say. So what say do you have in your government if you are not a stakeholder? If you are not a stakeholder, your voice is meaningless. They can say, oh, forget about them. Okay, then they throw you a bone. They just throw you a bone. What do? That's how they take us to be. They take us to be like puppies. This is how this government is treating us. The PF, that's exactly what happened to Kuliba Youth. But youth go, they just throw them a bone. Here's 30,000 or something like that, and all that. Hoping that they are going to shush and get their attention somewhere else. You know, why are we being treated like this? Like we are not citizens. Whose fault is it? It's ours. Why? Because we are not interested in buying shares in the governance of the country. We don't buy shares in the government. We don't buy shares in a political party. If we like the political party, if we have chosen whichever political party you support, you are not a supporter if you do nothing. No. What do you mean? You are a supporter of a political party. I support Hakainde Hichilema. I support this one. I support this one. How? What do you mean you support? Have you given any money? No. If you haven't given any money, you are not a supporter. So Amakadas, they are far better supporters than you guys. There are new millions of fellow citizens just sitting in your homes, watching the game play out. Amakadas in Barasonga Kono Busonga, Unika 2,000 because they are members. You see, now Unika 2,000. So who do you think when this party assumes government, to whom do you think their allegiance is going to be? To the cadres or to you? It's going to be more to the cadres. To the stakeholders that have brought in millions into the party, or to you? It's to those people. Do you understand? Now you understand why your voice can never matter, why your needs can never be taken care of, why true development can never be brought to you, why your taxes are up to 70% of your income is going to be taken as taxes. Now you can understand why. You have no say. You are not a stakeholder. The citizens are not a stakeholder. You have to become a stakeholder. If you are not a stakeholder, you have no say. The country is not going to change. It's not going to change. It's impossible. I'm telling you right now, the country is not going to change until citizens become a stakeholder in the party. You own stake. In fact, you must own the entire stake. You have to be ready to start contributing to a party of your choice that you like, even if it's 5 kwacha a month, 1 kwacha a month, 5 kwacha, 10 kwacha a month, whatever you can afford. It's not impossible. You can contribute 1 kwacha a month. It's not that expensive. That's how politics in Zambia must change, because it's about who controls politics. Then, subsequently, who controls the economy. If you do not subscribe to the idea of buying shares in the party, then you have no shares. You are not a shareholder. You do not own any shares in there. You are not a stakeholder. You see? So why do you expect people to spend millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of kwacha? Then the only thing you think you owe them is your vote. And while they are spending millions and millions and millions of kwacha, campaigning and doing all these things, going extensively around the country, you're also asking them to, oh, ninshachita, ali kwatapamba walali ingisha papa nchito yuyu. Ali ba selfish sana yuyu mwe. Oh, this is not presidential material. He is not presidential material. Everyone, oh, what has he done for his village? What has he done for this? He's very selfish. And yet the same person, you are expecting him to spend all the money to run a massive national campaign so that they can remove the ruling party for you. You want them to remove the ruling party for you. You want them to spend their money, big money, for you in order to remove the ruling party for you. And then once they do that, you expect them to bring all the benefits to you. Does it make sense to you? Do you really think, guys, as Zambians, does that make sense to you? Seriously, think about it. Does it make any sense to you? It is a simple matter of logic. You can't, we are in this together. You are my friend, we are in this together, you know? In this business together. We need to grow our business. Then your friend, you keep telling your friend, work hard, work really hard, you know? I'm going to support you, I'm going to sign the contract. Once we get the papers, just bring the papers to me. Bring the papers over to me, I'll sign them. And then he's putting in his money. He's going all over the place, establishing contacts and growing the business through that. And once the business booms and all that stuff, you think that your friend is just going to say, oh, now here is your share. You think so? Is that logical? No. No. If you are the owner of the building, if you just own the building, sure, he may give you just for the building. That's it. He may just give you a portion for the building. But he has to hold all the huge profits and all that stuff. But he has to take it. Because he did 99% of the work. And 99% of getting into government is the campaigns and all the money that they are spending. Your vote is like 1%. So why do we complain that the government is not taking over? The government is not listening to us. If you are a youth, this message is particularly for you. I encourage your spirit right now, what the youth are doing. But you need to be very careful. I want you guys to think about why we do not control the government, why we have no power. We have absolutely no power because we hold no stake in the government. We are not a stakeholder. In other countries, look, go to the United States, go to Australia, People donate to their parties of choice. Candidates go fundraising. They fundraise among the citizens. Go to the Democratic Party in the United States. They fundraise among the citizens. Go to the Australia, but the parties there fundraise among the citizens. UK, they fundraise among the citizens. The Labour Party, the other stuff, they fundraise among the citizens. So that Once they fundraise, they use it to run their campaign. If they win and they get into office, all that money that's left over, they use it to run the operations of the party, so that they are not using your public funds, so that they are not using your tax money to run the operations of the party. Running the party must be completely detached from running government. But because you are not a stakeholder, you never did anything. All you do is demand. I want this, and you expect somebody else to be doing it for you, to be spending millions and millions and millions to do it for you. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. It does not make a scintilla of logic. It does not make a scintilla of sense. And when you think about it, think about it, you will agree with me that it does not make any sense. And therefore, the answer is clear. You have to start buying stake in your parties. Zambia, the way we think about politics must change. We must own politics. Guys, we must own politics. It's as simple as that. We must own politics. Right now, the solution where if the UPND is getting to 2021, the smartest thing, because right now it's too late to contribute enough money to make a difference. It's too late. We could have started 5 years ago. 5 years ago, contributing even one kwacha, at least one kwacha per month to the UPND could have given them, 10 billion. 10 billion kwacha. People are contributing 1 kwacha, 5 kwacha. As long as you believe in the UPND, 5 kwacha a month, 1 kwacha, 2 kwacha a month, 10 kwacha, somebody has more, 20 kwacha per month and all that stuff, they can have 10, 15 billion dollars in 5 years. So all the operations of the party, who will have bought the stake? You will. If you buy the stake, the allegiance of the party is to you. You are the stakeholder. If you buy all the shares, you are the shareholder. The citizens are the shareholder. That's exactly how it happens in progressive countries. That's what happens. If we don't do that in Zambia, we will always complain. The smartest thing right now that can happen, because you are too late. We are too late. We can't contribute enough money. They've already been funded. The UPND is no longer your party. I assure you, the UPND is no longer your party. Somebody owns shares. The shares belong to somebody. Somebody has taken their interest in the party already. The smartest thing that you can do right now is to look around which other party, because those are smaller parties and they have not attracted thieves and opportunists from outside the country, foreign or whatever they are. They have not attracted those yet. We can look at one of those. Which one has the best vision for Zambia? Then all of you, don't you kubeba UPND, go and vote for that one. That is not ditching or being disloyal to the UPND or something. UPND is nothing compared to Zambia. Zambia comes first. If you love your country, you can do that. That's exactly what you would have to do. Because I assure you, you put UPND there, it could be much worse than the PF. It has grown to be a much larger party than the PF was when it won. When it won elections in 2011. This has become a much larger operation. So it could be a lot worse because there are more stakeholders in it. So I'm telling you, the smartest thing that Zambians, patriotic Zambians, will loving our country is to look around the PF. Which other party has a vision that is amazing for Zambia? Do not discount these other parties. Do not discount. There is absolutely no reason to discount these other smaller parties. They started they are just like the UPND. In time, as long as you do not change your mentality about buying shares in parties, they'll also become corrupt, because at some point they become desperate and they'll start taking bribes. Right now, they are not corrupted. So if you look at it, look at them, choose one. Let's go for this. Let's go for the UPP. Personally, that's the one, the party that I think would bring the best change to Zambia is the UPP. But whichever else you go for, that's fine. But there has to be consensus to say, don't you ever, we are going to vote for this. Because if you vote for that party, you, the citizens of Zambia, are going to be the shareholder. Pretty much the only shareholder in there. And the party is going to say, what faith this is for the citizens of Zambia to express to us. Their allegiance is going to be to the Zambian people and only to the Zambian people. I assure you, these Chinese, whoever comes, these vouchers of mining companies, all these are going to be taken care of. Let me just say that. They will be taken care of. Whatever you ask the government to do, they will listen. They will listen. If you want to have an ear of the government, give them. Right now, if you don't have to give anything, you just have to select another party and go for it. UPND, forget it. You have not bought any shares in the UPND. You are not a stakeholder. You are nothing to a UPND, and we will all be treated as such. Forget it. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you guys. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you. I feel really bad saying this. I do not take any pride in saying this. I do not take pride in saying this. But that's what is killing our country, ourselves. Who is selfish? Is this the people over there, or the people that we call looters up there? Who is selfish in Zambia? When you think about it carefully, you find that we, the citizens, are selfish. We are all selfish. Because we are sitting and expecting somebody to be spending all his money. You expect Hakainde Hichilema to spend all his money. First, to build you schools before he become president, to build you schools, to donate care to somebody, to go and sponsor some students, to go and do this and this. Why you just sit? Who is selfish? You are selfish too. We are selfish. Instead of saying, hey, Hakainde, please, you are fighting for a good cause. You are fighting on our behalf. Therefore, because we are so many of us, we are millions of us. Even if we donate individually, we donate a small amount, it's going to amount to a huge amount that we can help you work together with you to reach our objective. We are pursuing an object here, and our object is to liberate our people from poverty, our people from the bondage of state capture. Right now, state capture remains because the UPND is under capture already. It's already under capture. Citizens, fellow citizens, that is all I wanted to say today. I hope it makes a difference. I'll be making more videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. I didn't want to go too far today. I'll make my video short, but that I wanted to emphasize that point. So please subscribe and click on the notification button so you can get notified when I post a video. Okay, fellow citizens, be well.